It is Mary.
And Amma.
And today we are back live and in action because we are going to be reviewing the Courtship, the finale. Yes, honey. Will it be Bokikio? Will it be Judge? Will it be Mr. Combs? Let's come and find out. But we invite you guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below because we love y'all's comments and we are responding to everything.
Yes.
I know y'all, we have been waiting for this, but let's get right into it. First, it started off with, her having a little picnic with her family. And they basically were talking about, basically the whole Chapman situation. She was like, you guys were right. I really should not have bothered with him. And you guys already know that he wasn't right. And, I just needed that advice. Girl, if he was not there, if he had decided to stay and was not being an a-hole, you would have been still trying to make that van life work and try to make him change.
You think so?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me know what y'all think. But I think that if he had not embarrassed her the way he did, she would have still been trying to make it work. She would not have given a damn about what her parents had to say. She would have made it work. Because, how, y'all saw the delusion. Y'all saw how far she was willing to go to change this man, be a whole rehabilitation center to somebody who's talking about post-nut clarity. I did not even hear him say that till y'all let us know in the comments. I was shocked, honey. I was shocked. So,
who, child?
Yeah, she would have still been making that stuff work.
I think that he would have probably been the last. He would have been like maybe the last two or something.
She would have chose Chapman over Bokikio.
Anyway,
so
moving right along.
But yes, so now what they're going to be doing is they're going to be stepping out of the 19th century into the 21st century. And the first date was Bokikio, which I kind of, after seeing them in the Regency era, it was nice seeing some normal clothes.
Like when you saw that, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And I like this little turtleneck, and I liked her hair straight. I thought it was a good look for her.
Yeah.
But
I didn't feel I still felt in that date that she was hesitant. Unsure. Yeah. And that she was hesitant. And even though he was smiling and was like, and then when he was talking to her, he kept on saying, I really like you. He didn't use the L word. He just got to say, I really like you. I just wasn't really feeling, usually I feel them, but I wasn't really feeling, from her side at least, that she seemed very unsure of him. Yeah.
Personally, I think it's because the thing is, throughout this entire thing, he has been really reserved. He has really not given his all to her. So he has kind of kept this for himself or whatever, which I think maybe
at times he has been an asshole.
Yes, very much so an asshole, very disrespectful as well.
To the parents,
yes. And to the brother especially.
Yes.
So, I'm not really sure about Mr. Bokikio, but
that's my thing with him.
Yeah, because of course, y'all already know we've already seen the whole thing, so we know how it ended. But towards the end, I was kind of feeling him, because the thing is, I wasn't really, I was unsure about Bokikio, and I know y'all you're feeling Bokikio, what? But hear me out.
A lot of them were feeling Bokikio, a lot of.
We were shooting them down all throughout this whole season. We were like, you got an issue, you got an issue, you got an issue, but.
I didn't see them on this date that she went in. That was the first time I saw that she seemed a little hesitant.
I feel like she's always been hesitant with him, personally.
Yeah. It's that kind of. What do you remember Rachel from The Bachelor?
I never watched her
Bachelorette, and she was talking about Peter, and she was just like, "It's this push and pull thing." It's like that push and pull thing, like pulling teeth, and then feeling good about what you pulled, but then he pushes you away, and it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. That's why
work with him. That's how I feel. Yeah. That's how I'm feeling this moment with that date. But what did you think about Jesse's date? Because who went next? I think it was Jesse.
I have a huge issue with grown ass men who ply women with alcohol. It's like when you're at a party and there's this one guy. I know, and you didn't even know how to mix it.
And even
like a college student could have mixed it better than you did.
Yeah, I wasn't sure why he decided to go behind the counter.
My thing
is, that was that his fantasy.
It was straight up a liquor. There was no sweetening. There was no juice
except for the lemon,
which is horrible. Who the hell wants lemon with alcohol?
And then he says, "Try it." And then she was like, it's non-palatable. It's non-palatable.
You know what it reminded me of? It just reminded me of that one guy at the party that will try to like rub shoulders with you and wants to be your friend, stuff like that. But he'll be daring you to drink and do party games and stuff like that. Just trying to ply you with alcohol just so he can take advantage of you when you're weak. That's what it felt like. And I just didn't like that shit. So
you know what I felt like was Jesse.
I just feel like he's so surface level. Like,
yeah, I've been like, oh, okay. I mean, we liked Mr. Hunter, right? But a lot of the guys that we like him, Mr. Nessie, they left. Mr. Nessie, he's French. I didn't think that he was going to be faithful. You know what
my theory is?
But I liked Mr. Hunter. I felt like he was genuine and stuff, but she wasn't feeling him. But with Jesse, I think with all of the guys left, I felt like of all the guys left, he's the better choice for her. However, this is how I felt with him. I felt that he had a fantasy date in his head. Because obviously he wanted to be a bartender maybe in another life, or maybe that's what he did with a beautiful woman. And so he did the bartending thing that did not really work. Then he takes her outside.
No dancing, no nothing, just
picks
drinking
her up.
On this high-ass ledge.
She's wearing really short dress. And she tried to pull it down. At one point, after they were kissing. So, like,
her legs are open and
he's
kissing
not,
her?
like, comfortable. Like, you should have looked to see about this dress situation. But I feel as though he had a little fantasy in his head. It's outside in public. People are walking. But I just felt like, miss me with that. And then there was another thing that I had an issue with Jesse, which we will get to that when he talked to the parents. So... But yeah, go ahead.
But you know what my theory is? And I just want y'all to rock with me for this for 2 seconds.
Go rock. Mm-hmm.
Do the rock away. But, you know, we have been saying throughout this that we think that she should choose Jesse, right? Mm-hmm. But my thing is, are we just saying she should choose Jesse because he seems the most reasonable? Because the thing is, when I think about it, I don't know shit about Jesse. Except for that he's from Minnesota. That's all I know.
After the last thing, we were saying that we're like, I don't know nothing about Jesse.
I don't know him. I don't, because the thing is,
or Michigan. He's from a small town in Michigan.
And then also I felt the same way with Mr. Hunter. It's like we don't know nothing about these guys, you know, but we say that, oh, they seem best because they seem genuine, like they're not trying to stir the pot, right?
They weren't trying to stir the pot. They didn't stir the pot. But
is that really impetus for them to be a perfect match for Nicole? You know what I'm saying? Because Jesse, I don't know him. I don't like, he says that he's ready, but you don't really know me. We haven't had deep conversations. All I know is that you're from Minnesota and you probably bench press more than 450. That's all I know. Okay, so
and that you're Mr. strong. You're quite strong.
He is strong and he's tall, but I mean, we all know what lust has got to Nicole so far. So I don't know.
But what do you really know about these people?
We don't really know nothing. At least with Mr. Bokikio, he is an asshole. We know that. Yeah. We know he gonna give it to you straight, no chaser. Yeah. That liquor gonna be real strong and it gonna be real dry. Yeah. But we know what we getting with him.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate the honesty.
And Mr. Combs the same thing.
Yeah, I do like Mr. Combs.
He's honest as well.
The issue with Mr. Combs is I'm not going to sit here and have to worry about you tonguing down a dude one day and tonguing me down the next day. Yeah. Then the next week you saying you found your soulmate in a dude. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not.
With Mr. Combs,
I felt BS.
Like he was, that whole situation when he brought it up, I felt like he wasn't genuine, and I felt like he was being manipulated.
For sure.
That's how I felt.
You can still be sexually fluid and monogamous. That don't make no sense.
I wasn't sure if when he was telling her that...
He was sending her up for the okie doke. That's what the hell it was.
Right, like, are you not about monogamy? Because if you're about monogamy, then
you didn't even have to tell me.
Matter.
Yeah.
It shouldn't even matter. It's not a lifestyle she's against. You go back to it's a lifestyle that you're against. But if you're monogamous to her, then it doesn't matter. You're still gonna be with her. She will be the last person that you're with, right?
Yeah.
In your lifetime, like this will be it, because you guys are getting engaged and getting married.
And it might be you just sound like you're confused, because why are you saying that you might be with somebody else? Like, are you not sure? Like, why are you going to tell me that now?
So he wasn't like.
So that's I liked Mr. Combs.
I really did. In the future,
did.
He's thinking, maybe I wouldn't be attracted to you anymore. And he, like you said, setting her up for her to know that. And also, he didn't want her to say anything about, his sexuality, I think. But it wasn't about your sexuality. It's about, can you be faithful? Are you going to engage her in the end? And will she be your last person in the end?
Yeah, so that's my issue.
So,
I really was feeling Mr. Combs, but after
we were
all
feeling
that,
him. Yeah, that was manipulated.
It was a hell to the no.
Yeah.
So he has been. I mean, you a cool friend, but ain't no way in hell we don't go further.
No, because you don't know
you ain't
what
serious.
you want right
You're not
now.
serious.
You're not serious about this whole engagement.
Exit stage right, please.
Yeah. And well, that's the thing about Mr. Bokikio too. He keeps on letting it be known, with all his honesty, that he's not, he's going to continue to have a relationship with her, but probably not an engagement with her.
Yeah.
But at least he's honest about it. Mr. Judge, we don't really know. We said that last time. We didn't know much about him. And from what I saw with this date,
this is the only time that I have been feeling really insecure about Judge.
Safe. It didn't make me feel safe. You don't pick her up. She has to pull her dress down.
All my panties are showing.
You do not. And then it's in public.
That wall is dirty.
Yeah. Exactly. So I think if it's just like this whole fantasy in his mind, I'm going to go do the bar thing. I'm going to hold her. I'm going to spin her around. I'm going to grab her. I'm going to put her up on this leg.
Like, the whole thing was so surface level. Like, I could not see myself going forward with this fool. Like, we didn't get anywhere. And it just seemed very... It wasn't deep for me.
Surface
yeah, I mean, the lust is there, but girl, you know how that turned out for you. So that's the last damn thing you should be...
I know. And when you're put up on a ledge like that...
That ledge was high as hell.
Is the lust really there if you feel unsafe? I don't know. This Nicole and this edge that she's seeking... But Mr. Combs,
I thought his date was nice. I thought it was very sweet. But the passion, not there. It was dead as a seahorse.
I didn't feel as though they both were feeling each other. I didn't feel like he was feeling her, and I didn't feel as though she was feeling him. But they were trying because they're friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're friends. But yeah, that didn't go anywhere. It just seemed really dry. And the way he was like holding her, it was like I don't know what it was. Like, it wasn't like passion. It just...
He wasn't feeling her.
I just kept on cringing in my seat.
Yeah. They both were not feeling each other. But
anyway, she sent his ass packing.
No. Oh, was that? Oh, yeah.
She sent Mr. Combs home.
So it was after that, they came, and then she sent Mr. Combs home. And that was fine.
Which I knew he wasn't going to stay, and I told y'all he wasn't going to stay.
Yeah, but I didn't feel as though there was that passion there. How about the interviews now? The parents had the interviews with the two different guys.
It was Mr. Judge now and Mr. Bokikio. Now, you said you had some feelings about it.
I saw Mr. Judge.
For real.
Okay?
I don't think he's taking this up.
Because what happened with us, we actually watched the last half first.
At like 12:30 at night.
And then we came back and watched the first half.
Like just
but
now.
When I saw, we started it when Mr. Judge was interviewed with the parents. Now he came in. I saw the side of Mr. Judge because now he's feeling very comfortable.
Too comfortable.
Because he's the last two man standing. And remember, he came late to the party with that other fellow, the doctor. It wasn't Nasir, it was somebody else. Anywho, so here he come. He sits down. Show him how he sits down.
You see the leg?
He sit down like that, right?
With his leg.
He
slumps back, right? And then he got his leg all up here.
Yeah. I mean, I just felt like he was too damn comfortable. Like, you know, and I just felt like it was something cheeky
and bravado-ish.
Yes, cheeky is even that is too soft a word. I just felt it was insolent.
You know what my theory
That's
is?
how I felt.
Yeah.
And the father kind of like, and he had liked Mr. Judge, but even he kind of looks at him, kind of remind him of my daddy. The way he like I'm seeing something here, and as soon as he sat down, he was the first to speak. He didn't have any kind of meekness, like I'm seeing the parents. I really want them to like me. God, he
wasn't humble. He wasn't a little nervous.
Nothing. And that was the difference that I saw. And then when he came, he was the first to speak, as though this is my parlor. You know what I'm saying? You all are my guests. Let me be the first to ask you questions. No. You're invited into our parlor. Be quiet till we ask you to speak. So I just saw that stuff with him, and I was out. I was like, as soon as I saw that, and you know, I was saying Mr. Judge because of the words of the guys who were left. Even though we didn't know nothing about him, we were saying Mr. Judge. But I tell you, I saw that, and I said, well, you know something? I don't know now, because him, but he's showing these other side.
You know what my theory is, though? My theory is the way Nicole has handled herself throughout this whole thing, it has built up a perception of how these men view her. You know what I'm saying? Because he was like going right in for the kiss, very lustful date, as I felt. And then we're not going to get into the other date that he had with her in the Regency era. We don't talk about that one in a minute. But it just didn't seem like there was any care, there was any affection. Like he put out this perception like he just didn't give a damn. Like there was no respect. That's what I felt. But I felt like when you set it up that way, Nicole, where you are, the last thing you should have done was slept with anybody. Even if you were kissing Tim, John, Harry, Jerry, and Shane, whoever it was, that's fine. But when you're sleeping with somebody and they all know, and this man's talking about post-nut clarity, there's only a certain amount of seriousness that these men are going to take you, because they're going to feel like, oh, this was easy for her,
or and maybe then this is what she needed. This is what she wanted. This is why I'm not giving her. Let me go ahead and give her this, and they saw so I can go further.
And they saw how gung ho she was for Mr. Chapman, and they saw how he was such an asshole to her the whole entire time, and she just didn't care. So automatically they're thinking this girl has no self-respect. She doesn't value herself. He wasn't an
asshole to her.
Well, the men are seeing how he's acting behind the scenes.
I know,
then
I hear what you're saying.
She's still holding on, because the thing is, he might have told them that he's not there, that he's not committed, but he also told her that. And so it's not like she didn't know.
Yeah.
So that's my issue. So that's why he's acting the way he's acting. But that's why, as women, we have to be really, really strong. And we have to just really put our foot down and have serious boundaries when it comes to men. Especially if you're looking for marriage or courtship. Like, if you're just here for a fling, then act however you want to. But don't get upset if your feelings get hurt. Yeah. But if you're looking for marriage, you have to really have some self-control.
Yeah. And one of the things that you said that kind of scares me a little bit for her, you said that if she ends up with Mr. Bokikyo, you feel as though he's going to try to get her back.
That's exactly what I'm saying. He's still...
But let us pause on that.
Wait 2 seconds. Just wait 2 seconds.
Yes.
But the thing is with that is, I still very much believe it, because if she ends up with him, I feel like he's still going to punish her.
Yes.
Because he has made it very clear throughout this whole thing that even in the beginning, before she even started sleeping with anybody, she was like, how can you be serious with 11 men? Your ass on the show. You tell me what you're doing here. Yeah. So that's my thing. And then he would stay making comments like, you know, my thing is it's always been me and her. So I don't even know what we doing here. You signed up for a damn show. Yes. So the show has to go on.
Yes.
We still have to watch.
Yes.
So that's my thing.
We do still have to watch.
And the thing is, he can be an asshole. He can be disrespectful. Any man that disrespects your family, just know the disrespect is coming to you right around the rubber band. Like Pocahontas said,
he's going to continue to disrespect your family. It's going to get worse and worse.
And we'll talk about that later because I saw Nicole posted, and it seems very. I don't know.
Well, we'll talk about that after this.
Anyway, but she did have her Regency dates with Mr. Bokikio, which was before the whole thing with Mr. Judge and the parents.
Yes.
So he did. I thought the dates was, nice, but also, I forgot. I also one more point. Yeah. Mr. Bokikio is not tall.
Yeah,
she's not like. I don't think that's her physical type for real. I think she likes tall men who are buff. And he is actually short because you saw when he was on that horse, he was much shorter than her.
Chapman was also short.
No, he was standing over her.
Was he taller than?
He was taller than Mr. Bokikio.
Oh, he was? Okay. I wasn't quite sure.
But yeah, so anyway, they had their Regency date, which was the last date before she chooses who she wants to be with. And the thing with Mr. Bokikio, I mean, it was nice.
It was nice. It wasn't the one with the
letters that he
wrote.
I thought that was very beautiful.
I thought it was a really nice. I thought it was a very nice
I do think he likes her, from what I'm seeing. I do think that he likes her, whatever. Yeah. But he has some character flaws that will be very hard to overcome if they start dating. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I just have felt like even, like you said, the respect for her family is not there. It hasn't been there from the beginning, even before the whole Mr. Chapman.
And that's why I didn't like him.
That hasn't changed with him. But I thought the dates was beautiful. I thought that him saying, we get to write our own stuff and all the stuff, I thought that was beautiful. I really liked his date. Can we talk about Jesse's date? Mr. Judge's date.
Oh.
So this man take her, he say how he liked to hunt and he liked to fish. And
I don't want to say black people don't hunt. That's not true for everybody.
I was just like... Okay.
And she has to...
you want her to like that.
I'm sorry.
So he takes her outside.
In the pit of darkness.
And Nicole, she has already said that she is a city girl, right? Yeah. And to me, she seems to be a very...
Not prissy, but yeah.
Like a girly girl, right? Yeah. I don't see her as somebody who likes to hunt.
I don't see her in camouflage.
She hasn't said that. I don't see her
in bloodstained boots. I don't see her shooting no deer. I don't see her choking no blood. I don't see her having bearskin rugs. None of that shit.
Right. So, but her mother can shoot though. Her mom, I think, was in the
army was in the military.
Right? Okay.
Nicole was not.
So, right. So the thing is, right.
So it just seems
he has her there, and I don't even know what they made. Oh, he made some bread with butter, and he put on a frying pan.
No, that thing looked like there was some tuna too. Okay. It looks that shit. That's the
I'm just like there was no romance to the thing. It was like you come into my world now, and then he had her laying down with
on
a beautiful
the floor.
Dress. He had some fabric there, but part of her body was on the floor.
Imagine the mosquitoes going up there.
Yeah, and then he's trying to kiss her,
and then he rolls on top of her.
Like,
I was like, what the hell is
going to mess her hair up, and you see that thing about
lack of
safety,
care, the lack of respect, and the lack of giving a damn.
Well, protection. That's the first thing a man's supposed to do.
Provide and protect.
He's supposed to provide and protect.
He did not provide a safe area.
But the protection is number one. Yeah. And he didn't provide a safe area
He didn't protect her from the elements.
And you're supposed to be like a romantic thing.
That was not romantic. I would have got my ass up and I would have walked out. You would be there with the tuna and the bread and the burnt charcoal by yourself.
And he seemed really comfortable as he's leaning. But even the way she was leaning, she seemed uncomfortable, and he never asked her, "Are you comfortable? Are you okay?" As she laid down.
If he actually cared, he would have never taken her out on that horrible date.
But he never asked her, and I was just like, I was done. Let me tell you, by this time, I was done with Mr. Judge. I was off the Mr. Judge train, and I was off the Mr. Judge train. At this point, it's just like, okay, you got two other men, Nicole, and I was I was, at that point, after I saw that parts of Mr. Judge, I was leaning towards Mr. Bokiki.
We both were.
I was like, okay, Well, I mean, I guess the devil you know is better than the one you don't know.
But this is my thing, okay? So, personally, I just feel like, Nicole, you have not made good decisions this whole entire thing. We have nobody to choose for you at this point. We have nothing to work with but the scraps at the bottom of the ship barrel. Yes. And it ain't right. You know? It's like Mr. Bokikio, you know, he likes you, but he's going to make you pay, that's for sure. And on top of that, he's disrespectful to your family. Yes. Mr. Judge doesn't care about you. He probably would treat you like Mr. Chapman did.
And we don't know him.
And we don't know him.
But we know he likes to hunt.
And we know that he likes to...
And he likes to fish.
And throw you up on top of bars.
And he don't protect you.
And ply you with alcohol.
So I don't want to be with no man who likes to hunt, but don't protect me. Because what am I going to be? The bait? No.
Sips
no.
So... I just, you know, I was leaning towards Mr. Bokikio. I thought the date was nice.
That is such an awful thing to insinuate. But
I don't know you.
I don't know you.
I don't know you.
You've been here the whole time. I don't know. All we know, you came from a
Minnesota.
Little town of Michigan. I think Michigan. It's something to begin with.
I don't even know. We don't even know if it's Michigan, Minnesota.
I don't know what you do. I don't know who you is.
I don't know what your job is. You got family?
He don't have family.
You don't have family?
I think he said he don't have family, and he left home when he was 13 or 14.
13 or 14?
I don't know this man.
I never walked out.
His story
I ain't never walked out my mama's house.
But I do know.
Mm-mm.
He loved to go to a bar because that's where he took her for a thing.
And they tried to ply her with alcohol.
Some weird alcohol mix.
He had some wine and then Chardonnay and then tequila. I'm like, so are you trying to kill me this date or what?
I don't know. But yeah,
that's worse than Everclear. Anyway,
Everclear?
You know, that's like that straight up alcohol. I don't know. They say it's the worst alcohol because it's like alcohol that you put on a wound, but that's drinking alcohol.
Ew.
So it's like the worst kind.
That is gross.
Yeah.
Anywho.
But yeah. So we were just leaning towards Mr. Bokikio. I mean,
at that point, we were just like, you know something? He's the better choice of all of them now.
I know y'all like, what are they smoking?
We jumped up
like,
on Mr. Judge.
Y'all have to see all the dots. Like y'all gotta understand where we're coming from. But also, then it's a difference with Mr. Bokikio. When he was with the parents, he actually seemed nervous.
He did.
He did seem nervous, which is what you should be.
He did, and he was laughing a little more. The father seemed a little more at ease with him.
Yeah.
So that was, he did seem nervous. He did.
Yeah.
And then what happened after that?
It was the diamond ball.
Yes.
Nicole was very beautiful and everything, stuff like that. It was white and gold. The thing was quite nice.
Yeah.
And so she had danced with the guys and stuff like that, whatever. The parents actually ended up giving blessings to both of them chaps.
Yeah.
So she basically had to decide.
On her own.
Because the thing is, the parents, what are we supposed to do? My thing is, the reason why the parents didn't give the blessing to just one specifically, because it's like, let you not come and blame me for something going wrong. Yes. So I'm going to let you make that decision. Because you've been making poor decisions all week without our input. Exactly. So,
exactly.
I would do the same thing. Oh, we'll be happy with either one of them.
Yeah. Now,
anyway.
What was interesting was Mr. Judge, when she was dancing with Mr. Bokikio, Mr. Judge made the comment that I could see the connection between her and Danny B. And he decided to pull a Brandon. You know Brandon in Michelle's Bachelorette season?
I don't want to talk about.
He decided to pull a Brandon and take Nicole outside. Big mistake because it shows your demise. So he goes and tries to talk to her and tell her, you know, I love you. And she's like, it's not you. It's not you. It's me. No, she says it's not you.
He said I have butterflies for somebody else or whatever.
Butterflies for somebody else.
So she said him packing. Yes. Thank God.
Because with his unsafe self.
And lustful self. And fantasies. I don't know what you be watching at the
this
midnight,
man
bruh.
has had this fantasy for a long time. You all tell me what you think, what that was about. So, anywho, what else happened?
Anyway, so Mr. Bokikio, she walked him outside.
She walked him outside.
And they were talking and stuff like that. They went to where their first date was.
Yes.
And he proposed.
I know.
I was
he
shocked.
He got one knee and proposed. They didn't think that he would, because he told the parents that,
I can't promise you anything.
Yeah, he can't promise anything.
But you know what?
But he gave her a nice surprise. And that was beautiful. I thought that was very beautiful. And I was so happy for her that she got the guy that she had pulled aside the first night and kissed him, and there were fireworks. And so I was okay with her choice. I just don't know how long it's going to last.
Well, also there was something that he also said, but I also with the whole proposal thing,
I was happy for her.
Yeah. But with the proposal thing, he's like, so am I the last guy here? So when he said that, I felt like, okay, he wanted to propose to her to let her know that I'm serious. So he didn't even know that Jesse had left. But I felt like maybe it was a last-ditch effort to let her know, hey, I'm serious. Please come with me. Don't embarrass me.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I felt. Because he did ask that.
Yeah, I'm the last guy here.
But I was really happy.
But I thought it was genuine. I thought it was genuine.
I thought it was definitely genuine. He didn't want to lose her. And I felt like it was good that he did that. Because he did tell his sister before he went outside, I can definitely see a future proposal happening. And then you said, what the F does that mean? I remember you.
I know.
But I thought,
I thought that was nice. And then she walks in with him, and all of them are so excited.
And then she says,
the sister has always, the sister is always like Daddy B. So she fell out on the ground. And
she showed them the ring and everything. And, also my thing, again, with the respect. She had to go to her parents and say, I'm sorry, I know he didn't ask for your permission. So that's my thing. You're probably going to have to be you're going to probably have to be apologizing on this man's behalf for his disrespect for the rest of your life if you end up being with him. It'll be like a Kanye and Kim situation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I find? I always find that the person who gives it's in my 50 years of living, I always find that the person who gives the parents the hardest time, it's always the person that the woman ends up with for some reason. I mean, later on, I think
it's a rebellion thing.
I know later on they get to like the person, but
because you have no choice.
Happens. That always happens. It's so weird. Anyway.
Yes,
so
y'all, but that
was very. I'm happy we watched the Courtship, even though in the beginning they were trying to they canceled her from NBC and all this stuff. I am happy we stuck with the Courtship and continue to watch it. Yeah. And I just thank you guys for following us and watching it with us, watching it alongside with us, and all the comments and all of that.
And the little family we created watching the Courtship.
It was really beautiful. And I am looking forward to the other Courtship. Go ahead, sorry. I know.
And you guys let us know what show you guys want to see us review next. We have to keep this thing going, honey.
Yeah.
But yes, I thought it was really lovely. I loved it.
And then the one that gets the most people say they want us to review, we'll review that one.
Yeah, but I think it's unfortunate that they did not have a reunion. But that's what I was saying also. Nicole posted on her Instagram.
Nice yes.
She posted on her Instagram. Yes. Mm-hmm. So the tea was, I looked at her Instagram, and she posted a picture of her and Danny, but it was just one of them when they were like in bartered clothing and they were holding each other.
Oh, okay.
And she said, and that's a wrap. Don't forget to follow me or whatever, because I'm going to be posting a video of what happened post show. My thing is, I thought that was a red flag, because my thing is, if it was a happily ever after, why don't you just post a picture of you and Danny currently watching the show together or something?
Maybe she's under contract or something. Maybe she's not allowed to do something like that.
I don't think so, because the thing is, they didn't do a reunion. She's having to do her own video and post it. So I don't think she's still under contract.
Okay.
I don't know.
What do y'all think, and what have y'all heard?
Let us know, because I ain't on Twitter, honey.
Let us know what's going on.
Yeah. But that is it, y'all. Oh my God, the Courtship is over. But
it seemed like it was such a long.
It was 12 episodes,
but it was beautiful. It was a very beautiful. I'm so happy.
But let me know, y'all, if y'all think that you guys are happy with her decision. Do you think she made the wrong choice? Let us know how long you think it's gonna last.
A lot of people are gonna be because I saw a lot of people on the comments who are team Bokikyo.
Yeah, but I also saw a lot. I think there was one.
There were some that are not for Bokikyo, but I think the majority are for Bokikyo.
I don't think so, because we had a lot of women who were saying that, oh, Mr. Judge is the best choice. I know this one girl, Aza. She has like an orange emoji. I see you, girl. You always be posting. And I think she had said that, Mr. Judge, because she was like, she said, what was it? That when I found out that she slept with Mr. Chapman the first time, I was like, stop the show. And the second time, I was like, oh my God, the show is over.
Oh, I remember
her?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I felt like, there was a lot of people who wanted Mr. Judge. So, but we don't know him. We don't know him.
Yeah, and tell me what you think about how he was behaving and
I
stuff
thought it was
like
out
that.
of pocket.
It would be really nice. I would love to actually hear from him.
I would love it. Well, he posted.
So we can just know who you are. If this is the person you are, because it went really left. Like, it just, like, we just saw this other side of it. It's just like, I mean, were you nervous that day when you put your foot up like that? No, he was not smart. Were you just being, like, arrogant? Like, what was that? Yeah. But thank you guys so much.
Thank you, YouTube family. We love you guys. And have a wonderful night.
Yes.
We invite you guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below.